This is the most asked question about trash can cleaning, and I'm finally going to answer it. Everybody in my comment section that's trying to start a trash can cleaning business and wants to do it exactly how I do, they all are worried about what to do with the water. And they're scared. Some guy thinks he's going to get sued for $10,000 by the state. Some guy also thinks that I've already been sued by the state. Stick around to the end of the video because every trash can cleaner wants to know the answer to this question, and it might just shock you. After a long time of hearing you guys have issues and struggles with wondering what am I going to do if the customer asks me what to do with the dirty water, you also were just stressed out and being like, hey, what's going to go on? How do I get rid of the water? I'm worried about whenever I first started. After a couple of jobs, I started to realize, wait a minute, other people aren't actually servicing like this. Like, these $100,000 trash can cleaning trailers are collecting the water for these people. Now, unfortunately, not all of us are going to go into this can cleaning service and have immediate capital and have the ability to purchase a $100,000 can cleaning trailer that would make this kind of service available to you, as it's collecting all the dirty water. You don't have to worry about it. If the customer does by any chance ask about it, you have an immediate answer and you say, hey, listen, I disposed of it myself. I'm going to catch all of it. Your concrete is going to be safe. But on the other hand, I run this service business as I have a ton of other different service businesses, and I like to keep my low ticket services very low cost to entry. This way, because it is a side hustle, it's meant to make me a good, decent amount of little extra money, very quick, very easy jobs, very cheap equipment, but I do not have the capabilities of going out and purchasing this trailer, so I have to deal with the water being dispersed in my own kind of way. If you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments from all of your customers for free, then check out QuoteIQ in the App Store and the Google Play Store, or you can try any paid tier right now for just $1 at myquoteiq.com, which is going to be the first link in the comment section and the description. Also, if you sign up for any tier for a year using my link, you're going to get a free coaching call with me. Now, first of all, I know a lot of you guys are going to be following the way that I clean trash cans, and you're actually servicing cans the exact same way that I do, and I'm going to tell you right now, in the very beginning, yeah, this is something that I was kind of questioning, like, okay, wait, how am I going to go about this? But in the end, I realized that nobody actually cares. None of the customers are going to ask me about it. I'm not servicing a high enough volume of customers to where I'm endangering the sewers or endangering the state by having water run off. The truth is, what you see in a lot of my can cleaning footage is exactly what I do. All I'm doing is washing the trash cans. If the residue ends up coming off into the concrete, all I do is spray it off and end up cleaning it up so that the water and stuff doesn't get to stain the concrete, doesn't get to stain like where the road is, and you won't even notice it. A lot of it evaporates, to be honest with you, and it's not going to be a problem. Another fact is that I've never had a single customer ask me what happens to the water. Nobody's knowledgeable enough on trash can cleaning, especially nobody is aware enough on like things that you're going to do that are going to be issues. And this isn't me saying just sweep it under the rug, don't care about it, don't even mention it, don't say anything. If the customer does by any chance ask about it, just be honest with you. Say, listen, I don't have any kind of way to capture the dirty water. If you like, I can wash it on, not on your concrete, but in the grass, and you just don't use chemicals, which you're going to get the same quality of wash. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's probably going to be less sterilizing, but in the end, you're not going to be getting any of the concrete dirty, and it's going to just absorb back into the ground. Because in the end, if you're watching the way I'm cleaning trash cans and you're watching the way a lot of these guys are copying me and servicing trash cans, there's no way about this that you could go to collect this trash water. I mean, you're watching the same video that I'm posting, that I'm recording, that I'm doing at the job, the raw video footage, and I'm not cutting out any extra things that I'm doing. I'm not saving the water, collecting it, and then somehow going to dump it. I don't know, with the setup that I have, it's not set up for something like that. I don't know how I would have a container full of water, sludge, nastiness, and I don't even know where you would try to get rid of something like that, but I know there's guys with the expensive trailers that have this accommodation. At the end of the day, I hate to tell you that it's not actually a big deal. I've never had a single customer have a problem with it, never had a customer even ask about it. I've never had the state approach me with any issues, any problems. Of course, it could happen. I don't know where you guys live, and it could be dependent on where you live and the location of you and the location of where you're servicing, as well as the amount of volume of jobs that you're doing. It could end up being a problem eventually, and at that point, maybe you just say, hey, listen, I'm done with can cleaning, or you say, I'm going to invest in the $100,000 trailer that can capture this water for me. Doesn't have to be specifically $100,000, but you know what I mean, just something more expensive that can give you that luxury. Or, like I said in the beginning, offer the customer the option to, hey, listen, I can clean in your grass, I'm not going to use any chemicals, it won't stain anything. That's the only problem I have had in the past, is people with like very freshly cleaned concrete that they do not want me to clean on. Other than that, unless you can figure out a different option of something that I haven't possibly thought of, or anything you see in this footage that you could say, you know what, Matt, maybe you could do this and it would capture the water for you, then give it a test. But I'm telling you, I have had zero issues with it currently, and I don't even know any guys that have been using this trash can cleaning strategy and having any problems with it. Nobody has asked them, nobody has approached them, nobody has had an issue. At the end of the day, if you're trying to start a can cleaning business and this is your main concern, I'm going to tell you that you're worried about the wrong stuff, and that can cleaning has a lot of other factors that are more important and actually matter. If you guys want to learn how I've made thousands of dollars with low ticket services like trash can cleaning and mobile detailing, check out the second link in the comment section description. There you're going to gain access to our school community. In the community, we have multiple courses, including my own course on trash can cleaning, as well as the course
that I explain how I've gotten my first $10,000 in clients for completely free. In the community, you're also gonna get access to the before and after pictures that I use to land these jobs, as well as an entire community full of like-minded individuals who wanna start these low-ticket services. So if you're ready to get started, check out the second link in the comment section description. We're running a special discount for the first couple people that do join, so if you wanna lock it in at the cheapest price and get the most value, join today.
And at the end of the day, if you did have a situation where a customer gives you the heck and gives you the heck darn, and the state comes over to you and says, hey, listen, you're gonna have to shut your can cleaning business down, then go ahead and do it and find a different way to run it. If you have to run it a completely different way, I try to recommend to people that you don't throw an entire investment and try to start an entire career off of a can cleaning business. It's a great thing, right? That's extremely modest to do because you want to start something big. You want to grow an industry. You're not starting a business so that it can just make you a couple $100s, couple $1,000, and then you want to shake it off. It's all about trying to understand, though, your limits, right? Like, how much can can cleaning actually make you? How scalable is the business completely? I'm just saying that if I were actually pressed about it, if customers were actually giving me an issue, then trust me, I would have a different way to go about it. I would have a different way to service these trash can cleanings by also collecting the dirty water. And it makes sense. I get why people would be stressed. I get why people might be like, Matt, it doesn't make sense. How can you not care? How can the customer not care? What if they ask me about it? But when I tell you, trust me, the kind of things that you think the customer cares about, they don't. The customer wants you to ask the least amount of questions. The customer wants the most convenient, fastest, and easiest situation they could possibly get into. So if you're offering services and you are basic and you offer very easy services and very understandable things, you don't have a lot of issues. The customer doesn't want any issues. Trust me, the customer's not hiring you to bring them inconvenience. The customer doesn't want to inconvenience you because they want to make the entire process as simple as possible. So you come out, they pay you, you provide the service, it's over with. They don't want to see you again unless it's a retainable job. You can go out there and you can service them again and again and again and make more money. But not every single customer is going to be that way, and most customers are having you come out because they want convenience in their life. They could easily do it themselves. It wouldn't cost them that much money. It wouldn't even be that much effort. It would take longer, of course, and you're a professional, but the customer's already paying for a service to get done that they could do themselves. So understand that they want more convenience in their life. So the customer's not going to press you about little things like how do you capture the trash can cleaning water. They don't even think about it in their head. All they care about, once you might bring it to their attention, it could be a thing, but most people have zero recognition of what can cleaning and trash can cleaning the process looks like as a whole. And when you show up, they're probably going to be a little confused because I've actually shown up to jobs and people are like, wait a minute, like, where's your setup? And I open up my trunk and you see everything in there. You see all the stuff that I need, and I've mastered my process with the little things that I actually do have. But a lot of these guys are throwing hundreds, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 into these trailers, and they're having to give them away. They're not getting enough volume. They're not making enough money per job. It's a low ticket service. It's a low cost to entry service as well. So when you go against that pattern and you start to try to shake things off and you want every single little accommodation, you want every single little thing and luxury that the business can offer you, because yes, it's peace of mind to customers. They look at you, you have brand recognition, maybe you have your trailer wrapped, you have everything that you could possibly offer. If anybody asks anything, you don't need to borrow their water, you don't need to borrow their power, you have all this stuff built in. But it's just not the most necessary. It's a side hustle, and I tend to keep it that way with a lot of my side hustles. If I can end up spending less money in overhead and actually making more money in profit over time, having an easier time making my life more convenient, giving me longevity in the business, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it low cost to entry. I'm going to provide convenience to the customer so the customer provides convenience to me, and I'm going to run my service no issues. And if anything does come up, great. If I lose the job, doesn't matter to me. I'm a low ticket service. I'm going to get somebody else. And if they don't bother me, wonderful. If they don't bother me the first time, they're probably not going to do it the second time. And trust me, I mean it when I say this. It's not the most important thing that you should be worrying about the customer asking you about. So you really, I mean, if you're going to start a can cleaning business, there's a lot of important factors, and what you do with that dirty water has not been one that I've had a problem with.